Shantihi. Om Namo Bhagavate. You can all repeat after me. Repeat along with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvate Bhrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase Cha. Okay. So we studied mantra number 7 last week. Okay, am I audible? Yeah. So we have not done Anvaya of that. So let's do that. The mantra is this. Vaishvanarah pravishati atithir brahmano grihan tasyaitam shantim kurvanti hara vaivasvatodakam. So here, who is telling this? These are being told by whom? Told by the ministers of Yama. Amatyaha bharyaha uchu. Okay. So we must remember that. So they are advising Yama about the seriousness of the situation. There is some noise coming when I talk. Is that correct? I'm hearing something.
No, it's okay.
It's okay now. Yeah. So let's do the Anvaya of this one. So Anvaya means what? Just a reminder to everybody. We are rearranging the words of the mantra if needed, and then sprinkling some words from the Bhaashyam into the mantra, so that when we read the final outcome, we will understand the mantra. After having studied the Bhaashyam, this can only happen after studying the Bhaashyam, right? So that's what we are doing now. Okay. For example, Vaishvanaraha. So if you are ready with your pencil or pen, Vaishvanaraha, within brackets, add Sakshat Agnihi. In case we don't know what Vaishvanaraha is, we are using Bhashyakara's words Sakshat Agnihi. Then Pravishati, let it be. Atitihi, then within brackets, sun. Atitihi, sun. Brahmanaha, Grihan, then within brackets, Dahan Iva. Dahan Iva. So these words should not be new to you because we've studied the Bhaashyam already. Okay, Dahan Iva. Then what happens? You can, before putting the full stops, you can bring the Pravishati from the beginning and put it here after Dahan Iva. Put a circle around Pravishati and point to here. Pravishati being a verb, we put the verbs at the end of a sentence. So how does the sentence read now? Vaishvanaraha sakshat agnihi atitihi san brahmanaha grihan dahan iva pravishati. So the Agni, now what you can do is, as a homework, you can translate this sentence optionally. You can, that's a work for you. That will be useful as a recap. You can just translate in your own language or into English. So the Agni Devata himself enters the houses as a Brahmana and as a guest, as though burning down the houses. Okay, that's the way I translate it. Okay, now, next sentence. Tasya etagam. Before tasya, put the word santaha within brackets. Santaha. Bhashyakara says that. Santaha. Santaha tasya etam shantim kurvanti. Full stop. After kurvanti, full stop. So, santaha. Learned people, learned Vedic people pacify such a person. Full stop. Okay, now next. Next, within brackets, ataha swam api. Within brackets, ataha swam api. Therefore, you also should do something. What should you do? Ataha swam api. Udakam hara. Udakam. From the end, I brought it to the beginning. Udakam hara. Right? Hara Vaivasvata Udakam. That Udakam I brought it here now. Udakam Hara. Hara means what? Anaya within brackets. Anaya. Udakam. Ahara is what Bhashyakara says. Gopal Yatindra says Anaya. So I put the word Anaya here. Udakam Hara Anaya. He Vaivasvata. Full stop. The sentence should read what? Ataha Twamapi Udakam Hara Anaya He Vaivasvata.
May I know the meaning of Anaya?
Anaya is to bring. Bring water. Udakam Anaya. Bring water means to do all the duties now that you are supposed to do to a guest who's been waiting for you for 3 days. Get ready. Because without water, there is no karyam in Vedic, no Vedic karyam happens without water. So that's why Udakam Anaya. Other things are also needed. So maybe haldi, kumkum, all this chandanam, all this may be needed. So everything is needed. And fruits, all these things are needed. So, but Udakam Anaya means bring all the things that are needed. Okay. Now let us chant number 8. So this is just one way to do Anvaya. Don't think this is the only way to do it. Okay. You look at the Bhaashyam, you fill up the mantra with the words that you want, and then make it a little bigger and understandable. Okay. And that's why some Sanskrit you must know before coming to this class. And so that when you read the mantra finally, you will understand. Generally, we don't throw our own words here. Generally. So that's why we study Shankara, and then Shankara's words we sprinkle in this mantra. This is the tradition. Okay. All right, let's chant the next one. 8th mantra. Yeah. Asha pratikshe sangatam sunratancha.
Asha pratikshe sangata sunritancha.
Ishta purte putra pashunscha sarvan.
Ishta putte putra pashunscha sarvan.
Yeah. Yetad vrinte
Etad vrinte
purushasya alpamedhasaha.
purushasya alpamedhasaha.
Yasya anashnan
Yashya anashnan
vasati brahmano grihe.
vasate brahmano grihe.
Chant it once again. Asha pratikshe
Asha pratikshe
angatam sunritancha.
sangatam sunritancha.
Ishta purte
Ishta purte
putra pashunscha sarvan.
putra pashumscha sarvan.
Etad vrinte
Etad vrinkte
purushasya
purushasya
Yasyanashnan
vaishyanashnan
Yasyanashnan
yasyanashnan
Vasati Brahmano Grihe.
vasati brahmano grihe.
Yeah. So this is the mantra number 8. So here, as I said in the last class, having cautioned Yama, his ministers are now going to tell him what is going to happen if you don't do what we just advised you to do. If you don't do Shanti of the guest, then there's going to be colossal destruction. Okay, that's what is going. That is going to be described in this mantra. Okay, so some 8 things are mentioned here that we have right now. We have so much wealth right now, and 8 things he's going to say, and all those 8 things will be destroyed. Okay. And how is that? What are those 8 things? Asha pratikshe sangatam sunritam cha, then ishta purte, and then putra pashunscha sarvan. Okay, that first line explains this or mentions these 8 things. Okay, and basically all the punyam, all the wealth we have. Okay, asha pratikshe, all hopes and expectations that we have, and then all the punyam that we have from satsanga and from doing the right thing, following dharma, all those things, we'll see details when we see the Bhaashyam. All those things are gone, will be gone. And why it will be gone? Because you've got a person, a learned person, a tapasvi sitting there, and we have not given him food for 3 days. This doesn't happen ever in a Vedic society. Therefore, you better get ready. Okay, that is the main message here. Okay? Let's now read the Bhaashyam. Okay, whoever is next, we can. Yeah, Raghavan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are reading the Bhaashyam now. Asha pratikshe
Asha pratikshe
anidnyata
anirnyata
prapya ishtartha prarthana
prapya ishtartha prarthana
asha
asha
nirnyata
nirnyata
prapyartha pratikshanam pratiksha
prapyartha pratikshanam pratiksha
te asha pratikshe
te asha pratikshe
sangatam
sangatam
tat sanyogajam phalam
tat samyogajam phalam
sunritancha
sunritam cha
sunrita hi priya vak
sunrita hi priya vak
tan nimittam cha
tannimittam cha
ishta purte
ishtapurte
ishtam yagajam
ishtam yagajam
purtam
purtam
aramadi kriyajam phalam
aramadi kriyajam phalam
putra pashunscha
putra pashumscha
putranscha pashunscha
putranscha pashumscha
sarvane
sarvan
yetat sarvam yathoktam
etat sarvam yathoktam
vrinte
vrinte
avarjayati vinashayati ityetat
avarjayati vinashayati ityetat
purushasya alpamedhasaha
purushasya alpamedasah
alpaprajnasya
alpaprajnasya
yasya anashnan
yasya anashnan
abhunjanaha
abhunjanah
brahmano grihe vasati
brahmano grihe vasati
tasmat
tasmad
anupekshaniyah
anupekshaniyah
sarvavasthasu
sarvavasthasu
api iti
api iti
api athitihi
api atitihi
ityarthaha.
ityartah.
Yeah. So as usual, word by word, Shankaracharya is explaining what it is. Okay. So let's see. Asha pratikshe. Okay, that is the first word. Asha, Pratiksha. Both mean expectations, hope. Asha is hope. Pratiksha is an expectation. Both seem identical. But then, so here Shankaracharya makes a difference. He's saying Asha is what? Anirjnata prapya ishtartha prarthana asha. Like that, he's defining asha for us. Okay. And what is asha? Anirjnata prapya ishtartha. It's a prayer, it's a prarthana. It's a prayer, it's an expectation. Okay, prarthana. And for what? It is the hope of attaining a desirable thing. Okay, ishtartha, desirable thing. It's a hope of attaining a desirable thing. But the thing is unknown. The thing is unknown. Thing is unknown to us. Like punyam. Punyam. You don't get an email. Today you got so many units of punyam. Nobody gets an email like that. Nobody gets a WhatsApp message. Oh, you did very good today. And so you got now this much punyam. No such thing. Punyam. We don't know what punyam is. But we know we want punyam. I do all these things, I will get punyam. This is very clear to us. I know how to get punyam also. Therefore, unknown punyam, unknown swarga. Swarga is only known through the Vedas, but really speaking, nobody has seen it. And so swarga is really speaking unknown. So if I say I want to go to heaven, then that is unknown. And Vedas say so many things how I can go to heaven. So that is all called what? Asha. Asha. Shankaracharya says this is Asha. And what about, so Anirjnata means unknown. Okay, the key word there is Anirjnata. Because next he's going to say Nirjnata Prapya Artha Pratikshanam Pratiksha. What is Pratiksha? Nirjnata. Same thing. I want something that I want something, but here that's something I know. Nirjnata. Nischayena jnana. I want something that I know. Many things I want that I know. A degree I don't have. I want a degree. So like this, so many things. And Gopal Yatindra, I was looking for an example, and he's saying, Rajyadihi yasyaha. Rajyadihi. So I want to be a collector, I want to be a councillor, I want to be the mayor of the city, I want to be the governor, I want to be the chief minister, I want to be the prime minister. In India, our chief minister are all standing in line, competing with each other. Each person wants to be a prime minister. Okay, that is how it is. So everybody wants to be. So these are all things I know. All these positions are clear to me. And what I know and I want is called pratiksha. Okay, I'm audible, correct? Yeah, this is called pratiksha. Look at how nicely Shankaracharya is helping us. Otherwise, the Shastra will not say the same thing two times. And if the same thing is said two times, it must mean something else. The second one must mean something else. Like that, we should understand. Okay. Te Asha Pratiksha. Those two, Asha and Pratiksha, the way I've described, is called Asha Pratiksha. Shankaracharya is saying. Okay. Full stop. Then, Sangatam. Sangatam. And Shankaracharya is saying, Sat Samyogajam Phalam. Satsangasya Phalam. Samyogajam. Satsanga is considered very important in our lives because we are born ignorant and from day one we are gaining knowledge, something or the other. So many things the child is gaining knowledge, including who is my mother, who is father, etc. All this from zero we are starting. And so here also, this Shastram, if we have to know, even for ordinary things, we need good friends. We need good friends, even for ordinary things. I want to buy a refrigerator. Where do you go? Somebody will say, go to this store. These people are nice. They will, prices are reasonable. Good service is there, etc. You don't know all these things. There's so many stores out there. So for that itself, you need good friends. For Shastram, for Brahma Vidya, definitely Satsanga is needed. That is called Satsanga. So he's saying, Samyogajam Phalam. The punyam that is obtained by association with Mahapurushaha. with Mahatmas, okay, with Vaidikas, with people who are committed to the Vedas. You associate yourself with them, and the punyam that I get from that is called Satsangatam. Okay, see, later on he's going to say these things are going to be destroyed. Okay, Etad Vrinkte. Okay, second line beginning, Etad Vrinkte. All this list, Etad Vrinkte. Vrinkte, what did he say? Vinashayati is going to say. We'll come to that. Vinashayati. He will destroy. Who will destroy? This Brahmana that is sitting there, hungry and possibly angry also. Hungry and angry. And so about to utter a few words, and that person can destroy all of this. Okay. So this satsanga phalam will be gone. Okay. And then tat samyogajam. Okay, no, sat samyogajam. Okay, is gone. Then what? Sunritancha. Sunritancha. And Shankaracharya is helping us. Sunrita hi priya vak tan nimittam cha. Priya vak. Priya vak means what? This vak, the words that we speak. There are rules about how to speak, okay, in the Shastra. There are 3 rules. What are the 3 rules? Satyam vada. Satyam vada. Second one, priyam vada. Third one is what? Hitam vada. First one is satyam vada. Speak the truth. There is no need to, you're not going to get much by hiding the truth. Okay? Or by telling lies. Let's put it that way. Okay? So speak the truth. Now, because Shastram says speak the truth, you keep on speaking the truth. You look at somebody and say, your nose is crooked. Nose is crooked, like this. It's the truth. Let's say it is the truth, okay? But what is the person is going to get hurt by saying nose is crooked. I did not want a crooked nose. I have a crooked nose. What can I do about it? So everything that is true, you don't have to say, right? Satyam vada. Apriyam na vada. Therefore, priyam vada. Priyam vada. Say things that are pleasing. If you have to utter certain things that are going to be creating hurt, say it in a nice way. Find a way to say it in a nice way. Like the doctors will tell us something and we may not like it. So they will say it in a nice way and you will feel like, yeah, it's good advice. Thank you, doctor. Okay. So like that, priyam vada. Now, priyam vada also, everything that is truthful, and if you can say it in a proper way, you don't have to say. That will become a huge thing. He says, hitam vada. Hitam vada, let it be useful. Everything that is satyam and priyam need not be useful. Need not be useful. Like everything that comes in the newspaper. Something may be good to hear, but not useful, really speaking. Not useful. So, this is vak tapas. This is called vak tapas. So, Shankaracharya is saying this is priya vak. Priya vak means vak that is really beneficial to oneself and to the rest of the people around you. That is called satyam, priya vak. Tan nimittam cha. Tan nimittam cha means those words and the result that is born of those words. The result that is born of using those words. Prayoga of those words. That is what Shankara is saying. That is why a person with few words and who chooses the words, that person's words generally come true also. Generally come true. Because that is the vak tapas. Tapas is like that. We call it as vak tapas. And okay, this is called sunrita. Sunrita. There's no way we can figure out the meaning of sunrita just by ourselves. Dictionary, I don't know what it's going to say. Okay. Now, and Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya says that. He says, Yogasya prathamam dwaram vak nirodha. The yoga here means this life, this so-called life of study of the Shastra Yoga, a disciplined life, begins with what? What is the first door? Vat Nirodha, mastery of one's voice, one's words. I'm sorry, one's words, mastery. We need to be, if you have to keep your mouth shut, just keep your mouth shut. No need to speak. This pressure to speak constantly. Even we are teachers, we are constantly speaking, 1 hour constant talk, okay? But it should not come out of pressure, Should come out of pressure, it should come out of joy. Joy, the ananda must be there. Then whatever comes will work. And just because I caught a few people, come on, hang on, do this, do that, and listen to me, this and that, that's pressure. That's pressure. Okay, this is Sunrita. Then what? Then Ishta Purte. Okay, the second quarter of this mantra, Ishta Purte. He's going to say that. Ishtam Yagajam. That's all. That's all he says. Ishtam Yagajam. Ishtam is that which is born of Yaga. Yaga means religious activities, rituals. All religious karma comes under the category called Ishta Karma. Ishta Karma. So yesterday, I hope you noted down what I sent in that WhatsApp message. And that gives us the meaning, definition of Ishta. Okay. So Agnihotram Tapas Satyam Vedanam Chanupalanam. Like that it says. Agnihotram, it means every married person has to do a ritual called Agnihotram. Agnihotram, Tapaha, other disciplines, other religious disciplines like Japa Ityadi and Puja Ityadi, that is called Tapas. And then Satyam, Dharma, keeping to Dharma. And then Vedanam Chanupalanam. And then literal meaning, protection of the Vedas. Protection of the Vedas means what? There's only one way to protect the Veda. Not by downloading all the Veda from the government go.in website to your hard drive. No, that is not the way to protect the Veda. The way to protect the Veda is to study the Veda. There is no other way. That is how our acharyas have protected it. So now it falls upon us to do the same thing. So Vedanam cha anupalanam, and then Athityam Vaishvadevam cha. Athityam. So Manushya Yajna. Expand to Manushya, not just the guests who are coming home. The entire Manushya Yajna, one of the Pancha Maha Yajnas, Athityam, Vaishvadevam cha, Bhuta Yajna, environment, animals and the environment, Vaishvadevam cha, Ishtamityavidhiyate. Okay. Now, Purtam, Ishta Purte, Purtam, what does Shankaracharya say here? Purtam Aramadi Kriyajam Phalam. Phalam, the result of Kriyajam, the result that is born of the Kriya, born of various activities. What kind of activities? Aramadi. He is thinking of this next shloka. Vapi Kupa Tadakadi Devatayata Nanicha Anna Pradhanam Aramaha Purtamitya Vidhiyate. So that is what Shankaracharya is referring to. Aramadi, he says. So let's look at this shloka. Vapi Kupa Tadakadi. Vapi. Vapi is a pond, water pond. These are all water sources. Pond of water. Vapi. Kupa is a well. Tadaga is a lake. Okay, sources of water. Vapi Kupa Tadagadi and other sources of water. Okay, including desalination plants if needed. Okay. Okay, then Devatayatana cha. Devatanam ayatanam means mandirani, temples. Okay, then Anna Pradhanam Aramaha. Anna Pradhanam, Annadanam. Annadanam is common, very common. In all societies, it must be common. It has to be common because the human mind cannot handle another human person suffering. It's not possible. Therefore, Annadana, food is very important, and therefore Anna Pradhanam, and then Aramaha.
Can you repeat that sentence? Anna Pradhanam? What is it? Human
Annadanam. Annadanam. Then Aramaha. Aramaha. So people, those days, even now, people travel. People travel. Those days, there was no all these means, modes of communication and this and travel and all were not there. So often travel is by carts and by walk even. So when they travel, but they have to go to temples far away. Tirtha Yatra was very common. And when you do that, they have to have places to stay in between. Those places to stay are called Aramadi, Aramaha. Aramaha. Hotels, free hotels. Okay. Hotels means you can't charge 5,000 rupees a night, not that kind of Aramaha. That people who can afford can do that. But here, Arama means public, free public service, staying places. Okay. So that is Aramaha. And that's what he's referring to. So these are the things that are mentioned in this shloka. Purtamiti abhidiyate. This is called Purta Karma. Construction of these things, wells, water sources, temples, etc. It's called Purta Karma. For society, what is Ishta Karma? For me and my family, really speaking, for my well-being. And if all of us do it for our well-being, automatically the world will be good. And then what about society? Yeah, society should not be left out. Therefore, Purta Karma. Ishta Karma, Purta Karma. Ishta Karma, Purta Karma. Because only if I am well, I can serve the society. A person who is incapable cannot really serve society. Okay. So therefore, both are important. Okay. Ishta Purte, Ishtajam, Yagajam, Purtam, Aramadi, Kriyajam, Phalam. That also bringte, that also we will lose. Okay. And then Putra Pashunscha. Putra Pashunscha. We have children. We have next generation and the generation after that. We pay so much attention on them. They'll be gone. Okay. Pashunscha. Pashunscha. So animals. So cows, horses, elephants, all those things. These are all important for one's well-being, for a family, and also for the country, for the nation. It's important. These are all important assets. And so that also will be gone. Okay. Then Sarvan Etat. Sarvan Etat. These are words from the Moolam. Sarvan Etat. And Shankaracharya is saying Sarvam Yathoktam. Sarvam Yathoktam. Yatha Uktam. That just everything that was said just now, Yatha, whatever was said, all those things, starting from Asha Pratiksha onwards, not only the things you have, but all the things you're hoping to get later, all that also will be gone. That is what he's saying. Correct? All those things, Vrinte, and Shankaracharya is saying, Avarjayati. Vrinte is equal to Avarjayati, which is equal to Vinashayati. Vinashayati. Iti etat. Vinashayati. Will destroy. Will destroy. Who will destroy? Okay. Later on he says that Brahmanaha, second word from the last is called Brahmanaha. That Brahmanaha vinashayati. Brahmanaha vrinte. Okay. Kim vrinte? Etat vrinte. Etat sarvam vrinte. Will destroy. Brahmana will destroy. Really speaking, Brahmana is the most, is a person from whom we should have no fear at all. And that person, what does it say? Sadhu Mirandal Kad Kolladu, something like that they say here in Tamil Nadu. They say, if a saint, if a sadhu, if a sannyasi, Mirandal, if a sannyasi gets angry, upset, then even the forest will not remain. Means that person can burn everything off. So let's not do that. Okay. So Brahmanaha vrinte. Okay. Vinashayati, destroys. Okay. And continuing. Purushasya alpamedasaha. Purushasya alpa. I think you understood it already. Okay. Alpa prajnasya. What will this person destroy? The person must be really foolish. whose wealth is going to get destroyed, that person must be absolutely foolish for doing something like that. Like that, the ministers are telling Yama, okay? He's saying, don't be a fool. Alpa medaha. Meda means intelligence. Alpa meda means kuch nahi hai yahan par. That is the meaning of alpa meda. That person who is an alpa meda, who is absolutely, he knows only what to eat and what all I like to eat, what I don't like to eat. This person, he knows that very well. And beyond that, kuch nahi hai yahan par. So that person, alpa prajnasya and yasya anashnan abunjanaha brahmanaha grihe vasati. That person who is this foolish guy, and in whose home a brahmana has been staying at home, grihe vasati abunjanaha anashnan. Anashnan, not having eaten. Shankaracharya says abunjanaha. Abunjanaha, not eaten. So he is using a different dhatu. Ash is also, Ash is Ashane and Bhunj is also Ashane. Both have the same meaning. So Abhunjanaha. That Brahmana vrinte. The main sentence in this is what? Brahmanaha vrinte. Brahmanaha etat sarvam vrinte. Brahmana will destroy all the things that really make us feel secure. That is what is the main meaning of this sentence. Okay. Tasmat. Okay, tasmat. He's saying tasmat. Therefore, Shankaracharya is now concluding. He is explaining. Atitihi anupekshaniyaha. Atitihi. Therefore, the guest should anupekshaniyaha, should not be ignored. Should not be. Don't be indifferent to a guest. This is the main. Therefore, this is the conclusion. Don't be indifferent to a guest. And then adding one more. Sarva avasthasu. Sarva avasthasu. Whatever be the circumstance. Don't say I'm tired and I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to make a couple of phone calls. Let me check my WhatsApp messages. No. The sarvasu avasthasu. Whatever be the situation, how much ever great work is pending, this is the number one priority. Guest is the number one priority. That is what he's saying. Sarvasu avasthasu. Happy. Look at the way they think. Make sure they cover all bases. Ityarthaha. That is the meaning, he says. That is the meaning of this mantra. Ityarthaha. Am I okay so far? Audible, correct?
Jayakumarji, there's a one word seems to be a duplication like that. Pashun, Putran, and then he Pashun, he again comes.
Yeah. So let me explain that. So, Putra Pashunscha, that is what the Moolam says. Mantra says Putra Pashunscha. And Shankaracharya, in his compassion, he's telling Putrancha. Putra is Putran. Don't think it is just one son or one child. Putran, all children. Whoever you call children, Putran cha, Pashun cha. Like that, he's splitting a compound. He's splitting the compound. Like he split Asha Pratikshe, Asha cha, Pratiksha cha te. Like that. It's a compound and he's splitting it. That's all. Got it, Ramoji?
Then
Yeah. Okay. So now let's look at the Anvaya of this mantra.
Mahodaya, I did get the word Shrunit, Sunrutam.
Sunrutam. Shankaracharya, what does it say? Priya Vak. If I remember right, he said Priya Vak. Priya Vak. And Tat Phalam cha. So, proper words. The punyam that you got by speaking properly. That we got by speaking properly means that Vak tapas is a very important value. And that can get that's so valuable that it's more than any wealth that we own. Therefore, Sunrita is very important. Priya Vak, which and all the discipline of speech, so important. And so the punyam that we have gained by being disciplined in our speech that also we will lose. Okay, that's what Sunrata.
Guruji,
Hmm.
Guruji, could you please explain once more the meaning of Purtam Aramadi Kriyajam Phalam?
Yeah. So did you get the shloka from WhatsApp?
Yes.
Okay. What does the shloka read?
My
Shloka read.
mobile.
Okay. Vapi Kupa Tadakadi Devata Yatanani cha Anna Pradana Mara Mahapurtamitya Vidhiyate. Social service. Hariji.
Yeah.
And so sources of water. You must have ponds, you must have lakes, you must have temples, constructing all these things. Okay. Annadanam has to be done. So all these are listed in that shloka. Okay.
Okay.
And so doing that social service is called Purta Karma.
Okay.
And all religious activities are called Ishta Karma. Yagajam. Shankaracharya says Yagajam. Yaga. Okay, there you saw the Agnihotram Tapas Satyam. Vedanam Chanupalam. So the study of Vedas, that is also called Ishta Karma. So what we are doing right now is Ishta Karma. We are doing Vedanam Anupalanam. Yeah, Anirudhji.
Guruji, in the notes, this is there at the bottom, at the footnote, but at the start itself, there is Atitir Tishtati Dware Apo Gruhnati Yo Naraha. There is one sentence.
Yeah.
Aposhanam Surapanam Annam Gomansa Bhakshanam. That does not have any, I mean, there is no reference to that in the Mula, but it's there in the text, in the notes. So I just wanted to bring your, I mean, I don't know what to make, where is that coming from?
Okay. Yeah, so I have not seen that. So there may be, see, there are many shlokas that talk about the importance of these karmas. So it could be there. Okay?
So, why does it say sunritam cha sunrita? Mane twice. What does the two sunritams connect? Sunritam cha sunrita. He priyavaka.
So which one are you looking at? Are you looking at the Gita Press or are you looking at the notes?
No, the notes.
Okay, notes Sunritam cha is highlighted in yellow or black, correct? Yes?
No, it's a PDF printout.
Correct. So is it highlighted by something?
No.
Is it highlighted?
No.
Okay.
It is. It is.
It is.
It is
It
highlighted.
is not a black
Okay.
background.
Perhaps in the printout it didn't come that way.
Yeah, in
maybe.
printout it didn't come. So,
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. So that in the PDF it's I think bright yellow or something, and so that when you print out, sometimes the printout does show the highlight. And so what you should do, all of you, if you have this problem, then what you should do is before the class you must circle all the words in the Bhaashyam, which are actually the words from the mantra. So, Raviji's question is, why is this word Sunrita appearing twice? Sunritancha is from the mantra. And then Shankara is now explaining, again by saying Sunrita hi Priya Vak. Hey, we know Sunrita, it's called Priya Vak. Indeed, Sunrita means Priya Vak. So, the second Sunrita is written by Shankaracharya. First Sunritancha appears in the mantra.
Okay. Okay, that's clear.
So that's why. Otherwise, we'll get confused if we didn't know this. Yeah. Okay. Let's read the Sambandha Bhaashyam of the next mantra. Oh, we have to do the Anvaya, right? The Anvaya for this is somewhat straightforward. So, Asha Pratikshe Sankatam Sunrutancha Ishtapurte Putra Pashunscha Sarvan. Okay. You can put a hyphen after Sarvan rather than a full stop. Okay. Hyphen. Then what happens? Then Yetat Within brackets, you can put sarvam. Shankaracharya uses the word sarvam. Okay, etat sarvam, all this. Okay. Then vrinte, before vrinte, we want to put a noun. Vrinte within brackets, we are going to say vinashayati after vrinte. Within brackets, vinashayati to understand that. But then before vrinte, we can put within brackets brahmanaha. That word brahmanaha that appears later towards the end of the sentence, that brahmanaha can be put before vrinte. Yetat sarvam brahmanaha vrinte. Vrinte. Okay. Purushasya alpamedasaha yasya anashnan vasati grihe. Everything else. You can reorganize the words even more if you want. Okay, this reorganization, we can keep doing until you're comfortable. So, yasya grihe, in whose house, this brahmanaha anashnan vasati. Brahmanaha anashnan vasati. You can put brahmana again before anashnan and after yasya. Yasya anashnan. Between the two also, you can put the word brahmanaha. Copy and paste again. Okay. Yasya purushasya alpamedasaha brahmanaha anashnan vasati grihe. Yasya grihe brahmanaha anashnan vasati. In whose house a brahmana stays without having food. Okay, again, no rules in this Anvaya. The Anvaya is done in order for us to understand the mantra. So you choose what words to add in an Anvaya. And the way I have written, therefore, the second word sentence should read like what? Yetat sarvam brahmanaha vrinte vinashyati yasya purushasya alpamedasaha grihe brahmanaha anashnan vasati. Okay, this is how I have it. You can definitely improve on it if you want. Okay, everybody okay so far, correct? Summary of this is what? A brahmana or a guest coming home and not being honored properly can destroy all our punyam. That's the summary, correct? Okay, now let's chant the Sambandha Bhaashyam. What's next? Yeah, Ramaj. Eva muktaha Mrityuhu uvacha Nachiketasam upagamya Puja purassaram. Yeah. So, who previous mantra, who said to whom must be clear. Yama's ministers and wives told Yama. Correct? They, two mantras, both 7 and 6, 6 and 7, both told by his ministers, right? First 7, what was said? Hey, Brahmana has been waiting for 3 nights and you got to do something. Hara Vaivasvatoda, come, get water. Then next mantra, they said in detail what all will happen if you don't honor this guest immediately. Okay, that is what was said. Now, number 9, it's going to be Mrityuhu Uvacha. Okay, look at this. Eva Muktaha Mrityuhu Uvacha. Main sentence here is Mrityuhu Uvacha. Yama said. Okay. And what kind of Yama? Eva Muktaha Mrityuhu. Mrityu, Yamadharmaraja, who was told in this manner, Eva Muktaha Mrityuhu, told in this manner by his ministers. Okay. That is not there here. You can put by his ministers if you want. Okay. Mrityuhu Uvacha. And who did he say? Who did Yama tell? Nachiketasam upagamya, having approached Nachiketa, who is sitting in some corner, he is sitting. Approach Nachiketa. He didn't say, hey Nachiketa, come. No, no, no. Approach Nachiketa. Okay, having approached Nachiketa, and with what attitude? Puja Purassaram. Puja Purassaram. Puja Bhavanaya. With the attitude of reverence. And it's like a big man has come, big woman, a person has come to your house, and Vedic Pandit has come. There is no way we are going to ignore that person. We are going to say, come on, come on. What would you like to have? Like that initially, but now the situation is even more serious. So you must now imagine that Yama has done whatever he has done to clean himself up, maybe washed his feet or something, and then immediately taken all these things, put on a vastram, maybe, and then maybe they were his ministers already came with a vastram. Okay, discard this, put this, and then as he's walking, he's doing all this, and then he's approaching Nachiketa and saying these words. Okay, that's all. This is, and yeah, respectfully, reverentially approaching Nachiketa. What a scene it must be, if you're doing a drama of this thing, skit. Okay, let's chant the mantra number 9.
Just a minute, Jayakumar ji, there is this line which was already asked in the PDF. This line is there. Atithir tishtati dware apog grinnati yo naraha.
Yeah, so there are some sentences in the notes.
Yeah, so can we see what this means?
So we will see it another time because I have not seen it myself. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to try to explain something that I have not seen myself. Okay. So I'm not seeing the notes. I am looking at the Gita Press. Okay.
Gita Press, it's not there in the Gita Press, but it's there here. This
That's
line.
right. So I'm not watching the notes. The notes is meant for your benefit, for you to write notes. Okay. But I'm looking at the Gita Press. So yeah, occasionally you get all these lines that somebody has added. Whoever prepared these notes has added these things. They've even done an Anvaya. So you have two Anvayas now. The Anvaya I'm giving plus the Anvaya that is there in the notes also. So you have two things that you can.
But this is written as like part of the Bhashya, kind of the portion where the Bhashya is, there it is written.
Okay, so Nachiketa Purasaram. And so where is it written in the Bhaashyam?
It's written just before the Asha Pratiksha Anirgyata Prapti Ishtartha, just as part of that portion, just one line before that.
Got it. Yeah, that you can circle that and say that is not part of the Bhaashyam.
Okay.
So that is the risk of going with notes and things like that. So this is the original source for us. This is the original source, Gita Press. So that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So thanks for reminding. Okay, let's chant the next mantra, number 9. Who is next? Okay, which
Okay.
Ramesh is there. Okay, after Ramesh is there. Okay. Tisro Ratrihi
Tisro Ratrihi
Yadavatsihi
Yadavatsihi
Grihe Me
Grihe Me
Anashnan Brahman Atitihi Namasyaha
Anashnan Brahman Atitir Namasyaha
Namaste Astu Brahman Swasti Me Astu
Namaste Astu Brahman Swasti Me Astu
Tasmat Prati Trin Varan Vrinishva.
Tasmat Prati Trin Varan Vrinishva.
Yeah. You can chant it once again also. Tisro Ratrir Yadavatsir Grihe Me
Tisro Ratrir Yadavatsi Grihe Me
Anashnan Brahman Atitir Namasyaha
Anashnan Brahman Atitir Namasyaha
Namaste Stu Brahman Swasti Me Astu
Namaste astu Brahman swasti me astu.
Tasmat prati trin varan vrinishva.
Tasmat prati trin varan vrinishva.
So let's look at the gist of this mantra, number 9. Okay. So he's going to say, hey, you stayed in my house for 3 nights without eating. And so, in order for me to do Shanti for this, I'll give you 3 boons. You ask any 3 things that you like. 3 boons you ask. That is what he's saying. And he's going to say things like, Namaste astu. Namaste astu. Te namaste. So to you, te. Tubhyam. Namastubhyam astu. My namaskaras to you. Imagine Yama telling to a 5-year-old boy. Okay. That is amazing here. Namaste astu. Why amazing? Because Atithi Samskara is very important in our culture. Even Krishna did Atithi Samskara of Sudama, of Kuchela, correct. Sudha, Atithi Samskara, did Pada Puja. Not because he was a friend. Friend is okay. But Atithi came without informing, did not send a message on WhatsApp. Without sending, he came. And immediately, Pada Puja. Okay. If Krishna can do it, all of us can do it. Yama can do it. Okay. So therefore, he says, Namaste astu. Okay. So Yama knows Atithi Devo Bhava, Matridevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. Taittiriya Upanishad. 4 things are mentioned there. Okay. So Pitrudevo Bhava, Matridevo Bhava. May you consider your parents as devatas themselves. Then what? What about Acharya? Acharya also devata. What about Atithi? Atithi also devata. So that Yama knows that very well, and Yama's people also know it. And then he says one more thing. Namaste astu Brahman. And then Swasti me astu. Swasti me astu also he says. May I also be well. May there be well-being for me also. That means what? Don't say anything. Don't open your mouth. Swasti. If at all you open your mouth, let it be for my Swasti. For my well-being. Bless me, ityartha. And so, Tasmat prati trin varan vrinishva. Tisro ratrihi yadavatsihi grihe me. First line he says, in my house you stayed for 3 nights. And anashnan api. Anashnan, without eating. Therefore, Tasmat prati trin varan vrinishva. He's concluding like that. That is the gist of this mantra. Okay. So now let's chant the Bhaashyam. We have about 10 plus minutes left. So let's see what we can do. Okay. Who will chant next?
Ramu, 1 minute.
Ramuji, okay.
1 minute.
Tisro ratrihi
Tisro ratrihi
yat yasmat avatsihi
yad yasmad avasihi
ushitavan asi.
ushitavan asihi
Asihi master asi
asi
grihe me mama
grihe me mama
anashnan he brahman
anasnan he brahman
atitihi san
atitihi san
tas san namasyaha
namasyaha
namaskararhaha cha
namaskaraarthaha cha
tasmat namaste tubhyam astu
ma namaste tubhyam astu
bhavatu
tu
he brahman
he brahman
swasti bhadram me astu
Shri Bhadram me astu
tasmat
tasmat
bhavataha anashanena
bhavataha anasanena
mad griha vasa nimitta
mama griha mad griha vasa nimitta
Madgriha Vasa Nimittat
Madgrihavaasa nimittat
Doshat
doshat
Tat Prapti Upashamayana
prapti upashamena
Yadyapi
yadyapi
Bhavat Anugrahena
bhavat anugrahena
Sarvam Mama Swasti Syat
atvam mama susti syad
Tathapi
api
Tvat
tat
Adhika Samprasadanartham
adhika samprasadanartham
Anashanena
anashanena
Ushitam Ekaikam
ushitam ekaitam
Ratrim Prati
ratrim prati
Trin Varan Vrinishva
तीन वरान वृणीष्व
Abhipretartha Visheshan
अभिप्रेतार्थ विशेषान्
Prarthayasva Mattaha.
प्रार्थयस्व मत्तः.
Yeah. So, Tisro Ratrihi Yat Tisro Ratrihi 3 nights. Okay. Yat Shankaracharya says Yasmat. Yat Shankaracharya says Yat means because. Yasmat. Because Yataha. Avatsihi. Okay. Avatsihi. Stayed. You stayed. Avatsihi. And then Shankaracharya says Ushitavan. Because we may not be familiar with the word Avatsihi. And so Ushitavan, he's converting it into a Tavatu. So Ushitavan. So all Sanskrit students know this. Ushitavan. And so Ushitavan Asi. You lived. You stayed. You stayed 3 nights. Because you stayed 3 nights, where Grihe me mama, in my home. Grihe me. Me means mama. But how? Anashnam, without having any food at all. You've been fasting. You've been not fasting. You've been starving for 3 nights. That's the word I'm looking for. Starving. Okay. And hey Brahman, oh Brahmana. He's using the word Brahman. Mantra is saying Brahman. Brahmana. Shankara doesn't say anything here. So Brahmana. Okay. Atitihi son. Being a guest. Okay, you are my guest. Okay. Atitihi son. Being my guest. Who are you? You are Namasyaha. Namasyaha means Namasyaha is from the Moolam. Okay. So Rabiji, Moolam. So these things you have to make a connection there. Namasyaha, Namaskar Arhaha Cha. And being a guest, you are worthy of. Being a guest, Cha is saying. So being a guest and you are worthy of respect, worthy of honor. Namaskar Arhaha. Worthy of honor, worthy of reverence, okay. And then Namaskara Yogyaha, okay. Tasmat. Therefore, because of all the situation, you stayed for 3 nights without eating, etc., you're a Brahmana, etc. Tasmat. Therefore, Namaste Tubhyam Astu Bhavatu. Let there be my namaskars to you, my salutations, my deep reverence to you. Namaste Tubhyam. Te means Tubhyam Astu Bhavatu. May it be. My salutations to you. Hey Brahman, oh Brahmana. Next, Swasti Bhadram Me Astu. Okay, Swasti Me Astu. Bhadram, Swasti Shankaracharya is saying Bhadram, Mangalam. Let only auspicious things come to me. I don't want any curse right now. Please. Okay.
Jaykumarji, that's probably because he is also an Uttama Jivi and he doesn't want any curse here. Because he will have an effect if he gets a curse.
Yeah, nobody wants a curse. Nobody wants a curse. Uttama Jivi or Adhama Jivi, doesn't matter. So he's saying, correct. I also have a lot of work to do and I need to go places and all that. I need to be healthy. I have a great position. You think I'm taking lives, but you know how difficult it is to take people's lives? And I've got to keep running around all these people, keeping track of who is doing what and everything. Chitragupta, my other name is Chitragupta. I'm an accountant. I've been given the role of an accountant and trying to find out who is not paid interest and things like that.
And
That
in the end, it comes here, Mrityur Davate Panchama. It says he comes running as a
Right.
Mrityu is the Yama here.
Right. Hari Mahodaya, what do you like? What was your question?
Can it be also that the being an Atithi, the host shows his humility to the Atithi, that you please bless so that I won't have any ill that will be coming.
Yeah,
it is
all that
his
included.
humility.
All that included. Atithi Devo Bhava. So it is not humility. Humility Devo. So you are Deva, I am who? If you are Deva, I must be Bhakta.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's more than humility.
Okay.
More than humility. So you have to visualize the guest in that manner. Sometimes we say, oh, why did he come? Why did he come? So you have to think about this mantra. Wait a minute. We'll worry about all that later. Atithi Devo Bhava. What would you like? Yeah.
Guruji, I wish you would please explain the word Ushitavan once more.
Ushitavan stayed, lived.
Stayed. Okay.
You stayed for 3 nights in my house. Me grihe. Okay. So I'm going to move on here. Okay. We are here at Swasti Bhadram Me Astu. First Namaste Astu. Next Swasti Me Astu. Swasti Me Astu. Me Swasti Astu. He could have said. Swasti Me Astu, he says. He says Swasti first. Why? Because like this, when we learned Ramayana, and when Hanuman returns back after finding Sita, and he meets Rama, comes back. Rama is anxious, and Hanuman has come back. And Hanuman has to say something. And then in Tamil, I don't know how it appears in other languages. In Tamil, I will say what it is. Okay. He doesn't want to say Sidayai Kande. So Sidayai means Rama may think, what Sita? What about Sita? And then he says, Kanden Sidayai. Found Sita. Found. Sita and all we'll figure out later. Found means, yeah, found. Correct. You went to find, so you found. Over. One word answer is over. Rest we can fill up the blanks. So Kanden Sita, like that. Swasti me astu, me and all that. Swasti. Let's. Okay, that is what some our Swamiji says that. And therefore, tasmat, look at that, tasmat. And rest of the Bhaashyam, tasmat, Shankaracharya writes so much. Bhavataha anashanena bhavataha anashanena. Because of your starving these 3 days, you are not having eaten these 3 days. Mad grihavasa nimittat doshat. I'm going to get a dosha. Papam I'm going to get because of your having stayed and not having eaten. And then tat prapti upashamena. Because I gained tat prapti, I gained that dosha, and upashamena. I want to do upashama. I want to do shanti. I want to neutralize that. I want to neutralize the papa I have gained, that dosha I have gained. Upashama means neutralization. Okay. Removal, reduction. Okay. Upashamena. So in that manner, upashamena, you can put even a full stop there. Upashamena. So Swasti Bhadram Me Astu. And the rest of things are explaining Bhadram. That Swasti Astu. How should Swasti be Astu? By neutralizing the papa I have gained. Okay, put a full stop after Upashamena. Then Yadyapi, even though Bhavat Anugrahena, you are going to bless me. I know that. Okay. So Bhavat Anugrahena, even though with your blessings, Sarvam Mama Swasti Syat. I will be blessed. The minute you utter the words Tathastu, I am blessed. I don't need to do anything beyond that. Okay, we can have a dialogue after this, etc. That's all going to continue. I'll invite you home and everything will be fine. Your blessing is enough for me, really speaking. Okay, even though yadyapi, tathapi, still I want to do something. What I want to do? Tvat adhika samprasadanartham. I want to get your blessing even more. Because as I said, I'm not, I've got a lot of work to do, and I think I need to keep on doing for a long time. I don't know how long I'm going to do this job, and I need to be happy, and my people also need to be happy, because if they are happy, only I can do my job properly. All my agents, I'm sending agents all over the place to find out what people are doing. So I need a lot of blessing. And so tvad adhika samprasadanartha. Okay, in order to seek your grace even more, okay, in order to propitiate you even more, okay, Gambhiranandaji says all the more, okay. Because sometimes these words, these long sentences, try to break it up and then try to understand what it's saying, properly understand, take some time. So we need to look up various sources. So Gambhiranandaji says all the more, yeah, even more, that is fine. And so, about me, Nachiketa, Markandeya, I tried to get Markandeya's life. Then Shiva comes and protects Markandeya. And I had a big fight with Shiva. So I need energy for all these things. I don't know where I'll end up at what time. Okay. I need all your blessings. Correct? And so then Anashanena Ushitam, everybody's following me, correct? Okay. Well, later on at the end of the class, Guruji, can you go back to that first line onwards? Can you repeat again? If you say, then this whole class will become waste. And so, Anashanena Ushitam Ekaikam Ratrim Prati. So that Prati, Shankaracharya is explaining that Prati. Prati means towards, with respect to. With respect to what? Anashanena Ushitam Ekaikam Ratri. Towards every night that you spent without eating, hungry. Every night that you spent hungry, towards that, Prati, Trin Varan Vrinishva. Trin Varan Vrinishva. And Shankaracharya is saying, okay, ask for 3 boons. Okay. And then here he is saying, Abhipreta Artha Visheshan Prarthayasva Mattaha. Okay. Abhipreta Artha Visheshan. Things that you desire. Think properly. You can ask anything you want. Don't think I'm just saying something and then, you're a child, I'm this, and so just to please you, I'm saying. No. When I say tathastu, it will come true. So think through, and whatever you say, you can say. I want to eat ice cream morning, evening, and night without gaining any weight. If you want to say that, say it. I can make it happen, okay? Not an ordinary guy. I can make it happen. Vipreta Artha Visheshan Prarthayasva. Okay, Vrinishva Prarthayasva. Request from me. Okay. Mattaha, from me. Mattaha also, Shankaracharya is saying. Okay. So this is the mantra. This is the Bhaashyam of number 9. So we can do the Adhyaya. Why not? And that shouldn't take much time. And so what is the summary? I think summary we shouldn't lose track of, right? Yama is doing namaskara to Nachiketa and offering an offer, making an offer. What is that offer? Ask 3 boons from me. That is the mantra, right? So, hey Brahman, you can bring the Brahman from the beginning of from the middle to all the way to the first. Hey Brahman. So that's a sambodhanam. So you can always do that. So yat also should be brought forward. Before avatsihi, yad avatsihi. Okay, that yat can be brought forward. Yat means what? Because, yasmat. Hey Brahman, hey O Brahmana, because, then tisro ratrihi avatsihi grihe me anashnan atitihi namasyaha. All that goes in the same order. And then tasmat. Tasmat. So bring tasmat forward. From tasmat prati comes a bit later. That tasmat you try to bring forward. And before this namaste astu, bring tasmat. Okay. Tasmat. Therefore, because of this, therefore, namaste astu Brahman. Namaste astu. In fact, you can put a full stop after namaste astu. And then this Brahman comes again. Right? Second time. If you notice, one Brahman was there in the previous sentence also. So the seconds now after the full stop, Hey Brahman, Swasti me astu. Swasti me astu. And then full stop. Tasmat prati Treen Varan Vrineshwa, exactly as it is. Tasmat is a copy again. Tasmat Prati Treen Varan Vrineshwa. So the way Prati Tasmat, you can say Ekaikam Ratrim Prati. Before the word Prati, you can say Ekaikam Ratrim Prati. So my sentence reads like this. Okay, Hey Brahman, Yat Yasmat Tisraha Ratrihi Avatsihi Grihe Me Anashnan Atitihi Namasyaha Tasmat Namaste Astu. Full stop. Then, Hey Brahman, Swasti Me Astu. Full stop. Then, Tasmat Ekaikam Ratrim Prati Treen Varan Vrinishva. Okay. If you have any questions, we'll continue in the satsang. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you.